But this young woman wanted to know about paying her doctors before she files bankruptcy. And again, that's a good question because you have what's called preferential transfers. And a preference could be something that you, let's say, for example, you wanted to pay your brother-in-law. Now, your brother-in-law is a relative, and he holds a special status under the bankruptcy code. You say, well, I don't want to file bankruptcy on Cousin Bobby. I want to pay Cousin Bobby. Well, I want to pay him. I owe him $1,000, and I want to pay him. Well, that's bad because before you file bankruptcy, the bankruptcy trustee has the opportunity to look back in the past and see whether or not you paid relatives. So the bankruptcy code says the trustee can go back 1 year from the date of filing for preferences to insiders, meaning relatives, friends, somebody close to the transaction. Your employer could be pretty much will be an insider if you paid back your employer. But anything in the normal course of business. Let's say, for example, in the last 3 months, you've made your $300 car payment every month. Well, that would be $900 to one creditor within 90 days prior to filing. Could be considered a preference, but it's done in the ordinary course of business, so it's not a preference. And there are other reasons why. But if I paid my doctor $200 before I filed, I would disclose the $200 payment if I had to. If there's no other payments, then I'm okay with that because you just paid the doctor $200. A lot of people are concerned about paying their doctors. I get that. I don't want to see anybody, ruin a relationship with a doctor. Now, sometimes you can't do that because you owe them so much money and, the medical bills just put you under and you had to file bankruptcy. Well, a lot of people ask me after the bankruptcy, can I go pay that doctor? Sure you can. You can pay anybody you want after the bankruptcy's over. And, I know that after somebody files Chapter 7, that they're going to go pay Uncle Bob that $1,000. I can't stop it, nor can I force them to do it. They're going to do it. It's a moral obligation more than anything else. But that's not the point. You got to remember, when you file bankruptcy, a bankruptcy estate is created out of all your assets on that day. Now, the bankruptcy trustee gets to look at all those assets, gets to look at everything. But the bankruptcy trustee has a little bit more power. They can go back out and pull stuff into that box from your past. So don't think that you're going to get over by taking advantage of, well, I'm going to do this first, and I'm going to write Uncle Bob a check. And there's a trail of that. Be careful. Even if there wasn't a trail, even if you paid him cash, you're still doing this under penalties of perjury. Don't be stupid and don't do anything ridiculous because the chances are you're going to get caught. And if you do and you've lied under oath, I'm not going to be there to help you. I'm not going to help anybody that lies under oath. It's not going to work, folks. You got to be really careful about that. So keep that in mind when you're going for it.